So everything seems a little bit different. You're back at school, you've been at home for quite a while. You might be scared or worried. And this is all fine. These are all normal emotions. But the important thing to do is to make sure we talk about how we're feeling. And that's what we're going to do now. But first of all, to start off with, I'd like you to turn to everybody. Just turn around in your chair. Give everybody a big smile. Give everybody a big wave from a distance. And just say, hello. So how did that make you feel? It always makes you feel much better when somebody gives you a big smile and a wave. And remember, you're all there together and you're all there to look after each other. So school looks a little bit different from when you were last there. And I just want you to have a little think about what is different. So just have a little look around and just think about what is different. So there are less children in your classroom. And this is because we have to keep our distance from each other and we need to keep each other safe. And that's the reason that your classroom is set out a little differently, with your desks away from each other and your chairs away from each other. Again, this is to keep us as safe as possible. We'll have our own set of resources. Maybe they're on our desk. Again, this is so nobody else can touch our resources, to keep us safe. Some of our friends might not be there. They might not be in the same class as us, or they might not have come back to school. Our friends that haven't come back to school haven't come back for different reasons. They might have a brother or sister at home. They might have somebody at home who might get really poorly if they catch the virus. So everybody's got different reasons for coming back to school or for staying at home. So we might not see some of our friends there. We might not have our normal teacher or be in our classroom. The group we are in now, with the children and the adult, we'll be in that group all day. And we'll be in that group together. And we are all there to look after each other. Now, some things are the same. This is our school. This is still our school. We're going to be doing some learning like we always have done in school. Our playground looks the same. We're going to go and play out in the playground at break time in our own little group. You can ask for help like you always have done. You've always been able to ask one of the adults for help, and you can still do that. And everybody, all of the adults in the school, they care about you and they want to keep you safe And that is the same as it's always been. Can you think of anything else that's the same? Now, I want us to think about things that we are worried about. I imagine we've all got some worries about coming back to school, and that is perfectly fine. The teachers have got worries as well. And the important thing is that we talk about those worries and keep talking about them. So you might miss your family. You've spent a lot of time with your family recently. You might miss your friends who aren't here in the classroom with you. You might be worried about getting ill. You might worry that you've forgotten some of your schoolwork. So I just want you to take a few moments just to think about what you are worried about and then have a little discussion in your class. You might be thinking about what happens at break time and lunchtime. So we're all going to stay together in this little group. So all the children around you, now we're going to stay together, and the adult. So we're going to play together outside. It's important to try to stay away from each other as much as possible. And by that I mean not get too close. So you can play with each other like you normally do. But try not to get too close to each other. We must wash our hands really, really well. And we're going to be doing that a lot during the day. But it's especially important before we have our lunch. And then at lunchtime, we are all going to eat together, our little group. And it's going to be like having a little picnic together. So we're all going to eat together, all of us. And it'll be so nice. We're going to be like a little family having a picnic together. So do you have any questions to ask the adult in your class? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to have a relax, have a think. And what I'd like you to do is just to sit up nice and straight in your chairs. If you would like to, you can close your eyes. And what you're going to do is you're going to give yourself a nice big cuddle. So all of these different things at school are to keep us safe and to keep us healthy. And we are all safe. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put your arms around yourself and give yourself a nice big squeeze and cuddle. And relax. And again, give yourself a nice big squeeze. And just remember, if you have any worries, any concerns, please talk to the adult in your classroom or to an adult at home. And how did that big cuddle make you feel? And remember, any time when you're feeling worried or anxious, you can just talk to somebody. And if it's appropriate, you can put your arms around yourself and give yourself a nice big cuddle squeeze.